All right, so I'm at the Kohler Design Center. I'm at the Kohler Design Center, and I'm here to look for a kitchen sink. This is, of course, the same challenge that I have with all the challenges with this house, is that the size is awfully small. So I'm meeting with someone who's here to...
Hello.
Hi.
I love it.
How are you?
Oh, it's great for reading in bed or
Yeah,
whatever.
that's right. That's right. Yeah, thanks very much. Yeah, I'm doing this tiny house, so I would love to have a Kohler faucet in there, yeah, and a sink.
Oh, where?
Well, it's a 130 square foot house that's built on a trailer. And so, yeah, it's
Is this your client?
yes, yeah, that's right. So this is it. So, and I have a website where people are just kind of following the development, and the progress on the project. So as I go and look at different things, I record it and put it on there.
I mean, I would love to have a little portable one of these. Or,
Yeah.
I
For
mean,
if you go up north and you have land and just an extra little guest space, even at your house.
yes. Tumbleweed is another one.
I'm building a tumbleweed house, actually. That's the plans that I have.
Okay.
It's just the more generic. See, my plans are for the tumbleweed Cypress 20. But tiny houses are just the generic name for all the different brands of
them. And
yeah.
Eric is your designer. I just was so excited because this is one of the first ones that I've seen somebody doing them.
Yeah. Well, please go look at my site, because I try to, I cover stuff that I'm doing towards the build on my house in particular, but also I try to make sure to put other stuff on other tiny houses. And for example, another kind that I really love looking at are the shipping container houses.
Oh, please don't get me started.
Yeah. Aren't they great?
This isn't the climate for it.
No, this isn't really the climate for it.
I know, but I do trends presentations for Kohler also, so I've had those in terms of green and sustainability and reuse, and have seen some where there's like 5 and they're configured.
Yeah, that's right, and you can put them on.
Ways.
I mean, they're like Legos, and it's fantastic.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen a bunch of different offices built. They had to save money, so they had a big space, and then they brought in a bunch of shipping.
Yeah, because you can get used shipping containers for $1,500.
I know.
So there's your core.
Yeah.
So where's our? I mean, that would be a whole other conversation. But if we had it in this climate, can we just add inside, outside for the insulation?
But you really can have it in this climate, because, for example, there are people with tiny houses and such here in Wisconsin, and the main thing is the way you insulate. If you use the blow insulation that has the R value of 45 or whatever,
yes.
I've even seen, there was this one guy who suggested having heated floors.
Oh yeah.
So then, but then of course, that's also an energy consumption, right? So you kind of have to make the trade-off. If you want something that can be self-sustained or self-contained, for example, you have land in Watoma or Gresham or something.
No, heating floors trumps that one.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
let's be honest, right?
Let's be honest. So sans the wheels, heated floors.
No, but I mean with the wheels, because for example, with mine, the house is built into the trailer, and so what we're doing is we'll have a metal flashing underneath that obviously takes the brunt of everything. But basically, you're doing an inverted flat roof, right?
Yeah.
And so then we'll build the insulation into the trailer, and then the subfloor will go on top of that.
What are you finding for codes? I mean, I would love to be able to have. We've proposed this idea in universal design. So if you have a family member recuperating, or somebody who's had a hip replacement, they're going to be with you for 6 months or something.
Right.
To be able to get something like this and put it on your property.
Right.
So different than house trailers, different than.
But it's a non-permanent structure. But you're right. It is a code issue. I mean, to some extent, the scenarios you're talking about is like the modern day mother-in-law cottages, as they used to call them, right?
Cab homes. In the medical community, community is one of the greatest advocates of this.
Yeah.
Because instead of going to expensive physical therapy or, just sometimes people need to recover,
Right.
but they need to have someone close.
Right.
That they use these cabs. They're just tiny little
Oh, that's
tumbleweeds.
interesting. I've never heard
Right.
that. Yeah.
So from a medical perspective, or maybe somebody, I don't want to use Alzheimer's, but where it's a transitional
Right,
sort of
right,
thing, that from
right.
a medical standpoint.
Where you can have some support within reach, but there's
Exactly.
not an infringement of
Right.
space necessarily. You still
Right.
have some autonomy.
So they can have visiting nurses once a week. Somebody's checking in on them every day. But the cost is, it's incredibly
It's amazing.
low.
You know,
So we're finally getting smart on this.
yeah, we are. Most of, for example, for mine, I have some sponsors who are helping me to build this, because my ultimate goal is I'm redesigning lots of things about my life so that I can, my objective is to be able to pick up and travel and go around the world and help people. That's really what I want to do. But that is, I've owned my house for 15 years, and houses are cumbersome. There's, whether you have tenants or, no one wants to be halfway around the world and the water heater broke or somebody,
Exactly.
And so this is my way of drastically reducing my living expenses so that I can live on very little, so that, for example, if I go to help a friend of mine who has an organization that works with kids in the favelas in Rio, and I say, Ileana, I'm going to come and work with you for 3 or 6 months, I don't have to be concerned about her needing to compensate me for that. And I don't have to be concerned about, okay, when I get home, where will I live or anything like that. I have a home base.
I don't want to take too much of your appointment time, but I would love you to stop in. I'm in office 1.
Okay.
On your way out, whenever you've done what you've done.
Okay, that sounds great.
Because I have another person, she and her husband have, they've built some small additions on a large property.
Yeah.
And they've allowed people staying there when they're in some sort of transition. Maybe it's a battered wife or something.
Oh, yeah,
but
sure.
You don't need a safe, you don't need to go to a shelter.
Right.
But you're in transition or you have kids or something. And they use those buildings
Right.
to let that person get back
Right.
on their feet.
Right.
And then they're
That's
out
really
and
great.
somebody else. And they have bigger plans for doing more. So I've been working with her in terms of, like you, I'm just kind of figuring out my next life.
Right, yeah, yeah.
I'm a grandmother for the first time, so that
Congratulations. Yeah.
So all of that hasn't registered. Plus, when we think of the medical, the
Right.
whole generation, there's got to be smarter ways.
Right, and it's so cost effective. I mean, if you use all brand new materials, if you build it pretty much yourself, you can do these for $20,000 to $25,000, right? Depending. Obviously,
Yeah.
you could always spend as much as you want. Hello, right?
Have you ever
But
been to Houston? Do you know that Phoenix commotion?
no.
I just heard of it this weekend. It's a little bit rough because it's totally recycled. But he has the people do the sweat equity
Right.
as well. But
Yeah, and if
he's
you use
taking-
recycled stuff, you could be for like $12,000.
You know what he does is take the dumpsters from building sites when
Yeah.
everybody's saying, "Oh, that's only a 6-foot board."
Right.
Out it goes, and they don't use it. They only go to the 8-foot board.
Right,
They cut
that's right.
4 inches off it.
Right.
So he said it's that kind of copious amounts of waste that they're building entire structures.
Yeah, you
from.
can.
So
You
it's
can.
it's not even reclaimed. It's waste.
Yep. No, it's totally true. It's
Yeah.
totally true. I know. I was telling a friend of mine that
I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
I just got,
Oh yeah. I'm
as soon
sorry.
as
I'm
I
Marie
know-
Broussard.
I'm Diana Schrock.
It's nice to meet you. So I will.
I just couldn't.
No,
I just grabbed you.
This is fine by me.
Oh.
I learn from speaking, listening to others, so it's
So,
good.
Well, come
So,
get
well,
now,
you
Escal.
got your spiel, and
I-
now it's my turn.
Yeah, now I'm holding on to the little Escal.
Oh, that one you can't find.
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
We'll see
Okay,
you
I'm
shortly.
in office one. I'll see
Okay.
you.
Thanks
Bye.
so much,
All right. So
How
what,
are you? So you're Eric.
Eric, yes, ma'am.
Marie.
So
Nice
what
to
are we
meet
trying
you.
to? What are we trying to do?
Well, I want to have
Plan of action.
The plan of action is, if I'm gonna do this, I want to do it nice. And there are a couple of things that I really care about. I'm left-handed, so I'm making this like super lefty because I'm the only one living there. I should be able to do that, right?
Sure.
So now, in terms of the sink, let me see. I had, it was kind of last minute. I decided to come out here, so I'm trying to see the actual sink size. This is the.
This one needs to be small.
Yeah. Although, with the kitchen, there is some leeway. Okay. Yeah, see, this doesn't give us the. So what they call for here, and what I'm just a little bit turned around about, I suppose this would be the kitchen sink they're talking about, because the only other thing
that's probably because
it
has a faucet and
Yeah.
all the kitchen appliances and so a small type of bar sink type
Yeah.
of size. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, so usually that average size is like 15 by 15 is usually the size you see.
Okay.
So the standard size in stainless steel.
That's not standard size, is it?
Oh, 15 by 15.
Is it?
You could go a little smaller, like
Okay,
that.
but that is, yeah.
Yeah. That's
But see-
12. It's like 11-inch diameter.
Right. But see, I can't imagine. The thing is, I cannot imagine that somehow I'm supposed to do dishes in there.
This is okay. So this is a 24-inch base cabinet.
Okay.
So you could go a little larger.
Okay.
So, you could probably
That's why I
more like this.
okay, because you know what? I think I just
And
don't
actually,
see
as a
that
bar
right.
sink, that's because a standard kitchen sink, even in a small space, usually the smallest you see is 25 by 20.
See, oh, I see. But I was thinking that where I saw on the supply list that bar sink, I was thinking, well, maybe that's for the kitchen, because obviously they put another sink in the kitchen. I'm gonna do this like 3-in-1 Euphoria tub kind of thing for the bathroom, so that will take up less space. But I couldn't imagine that it was that small. But okay, so you think maybe we could go a little bit larger than that?
Right. So so like a 25 by 22 or something like that. That
Okay.
would pretty much be like the entire. If it's self-rimming,
Yeah.
you could probably fit that into a 24-inch cabinet.
Okay, and that's civilized.
The bowl underneath.
Right.
Right, that's civilized. Yes.
Right.
The other one you'd be.
Yeah,
you'd
that's
use
right.
The same bowl and
It'd
cup.
be impossible, right?
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
This one it actually is normal. You'll see like these in
Sure.
smaller apartments,
Right.
New York, Northeast, where they can't do the normal size.
Right,
22
sure.
by 22.
Okay.
So 25 by 22 is doable.
25 by 22.
Going smaller than that is
Would make it a little bit untenable,
yeah,
right?
Isn't recommended.
Okay, so we have the size squared away.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what else did you have in that size?
Well, by material or
Yeah. Like
Okay.
design-wise or
So
style or.
So usually, the two styles that we have, only two materials is we have stainless steel
Right.
and we have like cast iron. So definitely differences in.
I don't think I should do the cast
You
iron.
can color. You can do. It's gonna weigh more, of course.
And it's going to, again, this is a structure that will be in motion at times.
Right.
And so I don't know well, I guess I could ask you, how do you think the cast iron would handle that? Because, for example, ceramic, tiled, and that kind of thing, that's a no-no for me on this.
Because of movement, ground.
Yeah,
and
that's
all that
right.
kind of stuff.
That's right.
This kind of stuff isn't. We can
Ooh, this one's so pretty. Too bad it's so big.
This is cast iron. It's like iron.
Yeah.
You know, it's not going to crack, bend.
Right. Right.
You'd have to really. I mean, we have tests where we, throw in pots and pans.
Because you're talking the same
Durability-
cast iron as like a cast iron skillet.
Cast iron skillet, right?
Okay. Okay.
With an enamel, big
Right.
to it to give the color, durability.
Right.
So
Oh, I
it's
see.
not
I
going
see.
to like flex and bend like tile would, because it's not going to, all be seamed together and glued down.
Right.
Like a
Gotcha.
ceramic. Well, I can understand that, but in a sink application, undermounted or sitting on top,
Right.
no, it's a beautiful sink, a lot of different designs and different colors and
Right.
different depths.
Right.
But those are the two materials I would look at.
Okay.
Stainless steel or cast iron.
Okay. Well, that makes it simple, which I like, because I don't even go to Subway because I don't like that many choices. So this one is about the right size. This is about 24 by.
This is 25 by 22.
This is 25 by 22. Okay.
You would probably, in your case, grab the kitchen.
Hi. Oh, move my things. Look how cool this one is. It's like a kidney or something. What does this do? Oh, it's an entertainment sink. Yeah, that's way too fancy for my life. Okay. Oh, and I guess the faucet is a whole nother ordeal, isn't it? Oh.
There's a lot of choices. More choices than not a Subway, but a lot of choices. So,
Right.
It'd be a single basin. You could probably do. So there's undermount applications and there's self-framing.
Oh, right. I see what you're saying.
Probably have to do self-framing just because
Yeah,
if
that
you have
makes
one
sense.
size, you don't have enough room to undermount a 25.
Yeah.
You're just thinking about the stuff that's underneath the
Yeah.
countertop. So
Yeah. I see.
but there's quite a few. There's a couple of different choices for the 25 by 22 sink top mount
Okay.
in both cast iron and stainless steel.
Okay. All right. So we got top mount, 25 by 22,
Right.
cast iron and stainless steel. All right. Things are starting to take shape.
together.
That's good. Yeah.
Right. And then for
Oh, this is kind of nice. So it's the sink, but yet you could also dry things in it.
you could, yes.
But
Yeah.
that's not what it's made for. Or what?
It's really it's kind of a bottom basin rack. Kind of protects it a little bit.
Oh, to
From,
protect the
if
surface.
you're putting a lot of different things in there, laying stuff on top of it, but you could lay stuff on top of it
Oh,
easily. Especially if you
because-
had in your case, it's not as easy in a single basin, of course.
Okay,
But
so
you could wash stuff over here and then lay it within.
because this is cast iron with a finish,
Right.
so the finish can be damaged.
Right.
Okay,
It could be.
yeah,
I mean,
we're
if
not
you-
going with that. We're going with stainless
Okay.
steel. Yeah.
It's tough. I mean, you'd have to. I mean, it's guaranteed not to. There's a warranty. If it cracks or stains or the enamel comes off.
I mean, don't get me wrong. It's beautiful, but just by virtue of the fact that this is kind of here, I'm tough on things. I'm not gonna do that.
Okay. I mean, this really just plays for like. Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
It's not.
Because I would, and I love the light blue.
Right. Well,
I
it
mean, that
depends
would
on the
be
colors
lovely,
that you
right?
go. I mean, it depends on the color, but rarely do you see damage to a cast iron. Like something damaging where you actually see the underside. This.
Right.
I mean, they make cast iron tubs that 50 years.
Yeah, no, it's
people
true.
don't replace.
It's true. I have one in my house.
Right. The thing with stainless, I'm not saying anything against stainless, but it scratches, but you don't, it has that stainless appearance. That's why we started going into that more, a new feature called our preserve sinks. That are really scratch resistant.
They can handle it, huh?
Yeah, you can get a little screwdriver, just try to really dig at it, as opposed to.
Now that's quite appealing.
But
I couldn't get it in that size.
It's just expanded to these two models.
Yeah, so that wouldn't be my case.
But either way, I would think in your case, you may want to think. I always think about weight and different things like that.
Right.
Stainless steel would, additional weight. There's always additional costs with fuel and bringing it to different parts and change out and.
Right.
Something you can install it yourself as opposed to cast iron. Sometimes it's heavy. It's a heavy product.
Yeah.
It's hard to do on your own sometimes.
Yeah. No, I'm working with wonderful guys at VTEX Construction.
Okay.
They're a design and remodeling company in Milwaukee, and so I'm very fortunate that they won't that I won't have to do most of that. But I just pulled up some of finished house.
Oh,
so this is
example.
Right, and you're right. It's the over the top kind of.
To get it inside there.
Right.
And that looks so close to. Yeah, that looks like it could be a 25 by 22, and there's a lot of simple, very simple design like our vault. That's that one that's at the top right.
Okay.
Great sink. Simple.
Oh, look at that.
Nice depth. Different hole configurations.
Yeah.
And then once you nail down your sink, you go right to a faucet. You probably want something, simple as well. It's not taking up much counter space.
Right.
I'd look more at some kind of pull down.
Yes, I want a pull down one.
Handle.
I'd like that.
So that's what I would do.
Yeah, that's what I would like that too.
A lot of different designs there, from traditional over to very simplistic.
Yeah, see, I'd like something simple and not as goosey looking.
Okay. You prefer
a low profile kind of
a pull out type faucet?
Yeah.
This is what we would consider this pull down.
Okay. Oh, as opposed to pull out.
Yes, this would be like a lower profile. As
Got
opposed
it.
To.
Uh-huh.
You may be more interested in something that's more, something that kind of pulls out and then it has your different functions.
Ooh, yeah, that one's so nice. And see, that one doesn't even stick out very far. This one's awesome. It's like the Terminator had a faucet.
That one.
That's awesome.
That one would be.
That one's $1 gazillion.
Oh, it's not too bad. What is it? 1,200.
Wow. As opposed to the other ones, though, that's.
Oh, yeah. When you compare it to other ones.
Yeah, when you compare it to the other ones. But not that you can't see why.
No.
It's pretty awesome. Oh, but it's got that handle, huh?
Right.
Yeah, we don't want that. Yeah, something like
all
this.
In one. Yeah, that's simple.
That's super nice. I like that. See how far it comes out?
Yeah. This is like a touchless model.
Oh,
that is. Come out more with that.
That is nice.
Free. Yeah. Maybe.
So on one like this, do you have it where it would only be on the right, huh?
Now we have seen where you could switch it to the other side.
Oh, sure, where you could just switch this over and then it's.
We've done that before.
Where the sink. I see what you're saying.
You would just hook it up differently from how it's normally
Okay, got it.
Hooked up, and the hot and cold would be.
The hot and cold would be
You would just
right.
change that up on there.
Right, because I mean that's fine. I could go with one like this, but
Right.
but again, just narrowing the.
In your case, you want it to be on the left hand side.
Right.
So all days you're right. You could
Or just have one where it's up top.
change it, right? You
Yeah.
could flip this around to the other side.
You could flip it around.
Yeah,
Okay.
You just have to do something different when you hook the hot and cold.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Ooh, this one's nice. Look how cool that is.
That's this one just in a the.
Oh, in a different finish. Sure.
Black finish.
Yeah, that's nice.
So if you were looking at one from the top, there's a couple of choices there, but most of them have that side.
Yeah.
For the amount of choices that you have.
Right.
Next, there's the more contemporary. There's the purest one that we saw, the black one.
Yeah.
And over the side.
Yeah, that one's nice too.
So
I think I really do like this one because it's short. It stays back.
yeah, that would look nice with the vault.
Right, and this is just it. I know thyself, and I really can't do that much mixing and matching. I may have talents. Interior design is not one. I can't see that stuff well. So I'm just gonna Garanimal this thing. So that works nice.
It comes in just polished chrome or the vibrant stainless. So
Oh.
it comes in different finishes. This would look well. This matches up really well with our stainless steel. So.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So let's say this faucet, and then
Vault here?
yeah,
Yeah.
right?
That'd be great.
Because it'd be that one, or I think I like that one best because I don't like it when they have the like bump out bubbly part on
Yeah,
there.
I'd want as much of the surface as possible.
Yeah, that's right. Oh, speaking of which, okay, so tell me this. I see on some of these, you have very nice cutting boards, but most of them are the kind where the sink is inlaid. Do you, what?
Undermount?
Yeah, undermount, right, sorry. So then, what choices might there be? Because obviously, right, I need space saving as much as I can in every way.
Sure. Some come with different accessories that you can add on.
Yeah.
Cutting boards and.
Oh yeah,
a lot
like
of
this
base
one's
racks,
awesome.
and
Look at
some
that.
Come with different things. So
That is
Let's
cool.
see.
How this one's like
That
cut
one-
for that.
let's just see.
See, it's angled. Oh, and then you're supposed to dry like wine glasses. Oh, that's very smart. Imagine that. I suppose I will need a faucet also for this euphoric tub that I'm gonna
Okay.
do. Let's look at that.
So this one, yeah, it has. Yep. Along with it, you can get stainless steel rack at the bottom. You can
Okay.
get a cutting board as well,
Oh,
just like this.
right.
Fits right on over the top, just like this one does here.
See, that's awesome, right?
And you can get but yeah, bottom basin rack and
Okay, cool.
fits right in it, just like
Oh, nice.
fits right over the
I
top.
like it.
So
That's awesome.
yeah, it's not right over the top here, so that'd be perfect.
So it has like little notches on the back. Ah,
Right.
look at that. Kohler. Doing it right. You know what I have to say is pretty awesome? There was, for example, time when I was in Spain. I was in Madrid, and I went to use a restroom, and they were Kohler toilets. And I was like, how awesome is that? I'm all the way in Madrid. I mean, that's just a fun thing, you know?
That's good. It's always good to hear.
Yeah, it's really great.
So we look at that faucet, that sink.
Yep. With the accoutrements.
Mm-hmm. Right?
Yeah.
What else do we need after that? You were talking about a tub.
Okay, so
Different.
the tub I want to do is this. It's designed by this guy who does tiny houses, Jay Schaefer. It's 30, I think it's literally 30 by 30. It's a 30-inch deep tub. But the great thing in small houses is that the way he set this up, so you can buy the plans for him to build the tub for, he sells the plans for $20 or whatever to build the tub. Steel, stainless steel. Okay, so I'm at my site. Let me just, because I know I did I can search. But I still, of course, need even if I buy his plans and build a tub,
Still need something.
I still need a
water.
faucet for it. Right, yeah.
Okay.
So, here it is. Right. So here it is. He has, so this is it, right. So he has a really long one, but it does also come out because his whole point is, rather than having just a shower option or having to try and fit both a sink and a shower in these small bathrooms, with this, you can use it as your sink. The handle comes out to use it as like a hand shower, and then in addition to that, it's just coming up bigger there. You know, you can sit in it for a small tub.
Okay.
So yeah, I guess a sink, something like that.
Okay. So does this fills up the tub as well?
I guess so. I'm trying to close this window so that I can show you the dimensions of it. But I mean, how much it needs to be filled up is sort of in question because okay, here are the measurements of it.
You're always.
So it'd be the smaller one. So yeah, 29.
It's small.
Yeah, it's small.
29 inches.
It's like a fetal tub.
Right. I mean, it's not much bigger than this. I mean,
It's got to be a little bit bigger than that because I can't.
29 is like this big.
Yeah, but then and then it's 30. Because that's the thing. Oh, you're right though. It's not like a ton bigger than that.
It's like this and like this deep and 30 inches tall. Okay.
Right. It's not there's not, but you can. I'm much more of a bath person than I am a shower person. Yeah. So it would be really difficult for me to have to live somewhere where I had to exclusively use a shower.
Yeah, I could see. Have you ever seen like a small Japanese soaking tub?
Yes, that's exactly what he designed this based on.
We do have one, but it's a little 40 days.
Well, and I'll tell you this. Let me say this also. Now he designed this one particularly for. Oh, look at that.
This is what we have. 48 by 32 by 23 inches, which could be put into a small space. And
now,
I mean, it's not. I mean, at least good enough where you could really get in there. Still tight, but it's bigger than 29 by 22.
Now, and the house that he did this for is a little bit smaller than my house. Now, here's the actual.
How big can you
So the space they actually have spec'd out for the bath is, what is that, 2x3? Or for the shower.
Right.
But here's the thing. If I'm using it as a 3-in-1, then that also gives a little bit of space in terms of the sink.
Right.
So even if I wanted to do something where, for example, maybe I put the tub on this side and made it long and then did the,
Right.
I could do something like that.
Yeah. Yeah, turned it or
Yeah.
something a little different. Yeah.
Yeah, because let's
Use
see
it as
this.
both.
Right, because that's the thing for sure I'm going to do. Whatever, there's going to be one source of water in the bathroom. In terms of a sink, a tub, whatever.
Right.
And I'm using a composting toilet so that I don't have to run, all of that in there. So, so that's going to be, if, for example, this were turned the other way.
Turn the other way, like this.
Right.
Like you're looking at it, you walk into your bathroom, the toilet's here,
Right.
and the tub thing is turned this way.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
that makes sense.
Yeah. So what is...
Then you would need more of something to fill it up, and then some kind of hand shower or something.
Yeah.
Because main thing, it depends on how much you can fill up the tub, which I don't know.
Now, I'm going to use a...
You don't want a regular faucet
Right.
because it would,
Too much water.
like a kitchen faucet or a lavatory faucet would take.
Oh, how long it would
You
take to
could go
fill
to bed
it.
and wake up and it's still
Right.
like 2 gallons a minute.